Okay, everyone, it's workshop 3. My name is Steve Robinson, if we have not met yet. So what's going on in workshop 3? Well, first off, we're dealing with the bully who's approaching you from behind. So today, we're going to review strategy 13. We worked on it briefly last week. Strategy 13 is the cat stance back kick. We're going to work on the cat stance back kick today. And then we're going to touch on strategy 14 in the manual, which is a crossing back kick. So, cat stance back kick today, crossing back kick today. Workshop 3, bullies approaching from behind. And by now you probably know that the key to focus on is the golden rule, to treat others the way you would like to be treated. So, traditionally, I should be wearing, in the dojo, I should be wearing a martial arts outfit. It's called a gi. And when you wear your martial arts outfit, when you wear your gi, you should never wear shoes in this dojo. You should always be in full outfit. You have martial arts bottoms, you have a martial arts top, and then you have your black belt on, or your white belt on, or your yellow belt on, okay? I get the traditional aspect of it, but from a realistic standpoint, if you really had to defend yourself, would you be wearing your martial arts outfit? Would you be wearing your gi? The chances are probably not. You'd probably have tennis shoes on, or your Crocs on, or your boots on. So that's one of the reasons we sometimes will wear our uniform, and other times we'll wear our everyday clothes, okay? So, cat stance back kick. The bully's behind you. We're going to work on proper form and proper timing. We're down at the bottom of the pyramid. We talk about the pyramid a lot. At the bottom of the pyramid, we have proper form and proper timing. Proper form and proper timing. You work on these two building blocks. And once you have these two down to a reasonable degree, then you start exploding to the target. You rotate your body in the strategies that require body rotation. Not all the moves that we teach have body rotation. And then finally, in order for this stuff to work, you have to attack the target. There's nothing subtle about it. You have to kind of go crazy. You have to kind of attack the target and you have to kind of get mean, okay, for this stuff to work. And don't misunderstand, I am not about fighting. You know, we do everything we can to avoid a confrontation. You walk away. So some experts in the field will say you try to make friends with the bully, you distract the bully, tell the bully a joke so you can get away from him. Do everything you can to avoid a bad situation, to avoid a bully, but we do say it's okay to protect yourself. And if we're talking about protecting ourselves, the bottom line is you have to attack the target. You have to throw your kicks with speed and explosiveness. You have to throw your punches with speed and explosiveness. So, let me demonstrate the cat stance back kick for you. I'm in my cat stance. Bully's in back of me. Just watch. Ah! Ah! Bully's in back of me. Just watch. Ah! Ah! Okay? Now, talking about proper form. This is key. This is so important. Okay? When you are in this cat stance, your knees must remain bent. Your knees must remain bent. You cannot straighten up. Knees may remain bent at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the kick. If you straighten up when you kick, the power's not going to be there. You have to keep your knees bent, weight to the balls of your feet, okay? So, starting your cat stance, knees are bent. All right, here is my challenge to you. I'm going to use my right leg. Okay, you use your right leg, left leg, it doesn't matter. Keep the leg that you're going to kick with, keep that knee stationary. Don't move it. Don't move this knee. Okay? Put your guard up. On the first step, you're going to chamber your heel up into your bottom. Watch. And then put it right back down. So you ready? I challenge you not to move your knee. Chamber your heel. And put it down. Good. Don't move the knee. You're in your cat stance. Chamber your heel. And put it down. Good. Let's do it one last time. Knees are bent. The weight is to the balls of your feet, not back on your heels. You don't want the weight back on your heels. You want to keep your knees bent. Weight to the balls of your feet. Your guard is up. You're kicking with your right leg. And I know it's kind of hard to be looking at the monitor and looking over your shoulder at the same time, but if you kick with your right leg, you want to be looking over your right shoulder. Whatever leg you kick with, that's the shoulder that you look over, okay? So the knees are bent. The kicking leg, that knee should not move. This is proper form. Not moving the knee is proper form. Chamber your heel and then put it down. All right, so speaking of proper form, when you chamber your heel, it is so important. And I'm going to use the bag for balance here, okay? The old man karate instructor is getting a little old. Well, the old man karate instructor is old, so my balance is not as good as it once was. So here's the deal. Notice that my toes are pointed. That is incorrect. You have to wrap your toes up towards your shin so that when you kick with the heel. Again, the knee doesn't move. You chamber your heel and wrap your toes up towards your shin. Don't point your toes, wrap them up towards the shin. You kick, and then you return to your cat stance. So, let's go ahead and do this at a medium speed, okay? We're gonna throw the kick with the scream, and let's put our foot down with the scream. Again, we're gonna throw the back kick with the scream, and then we're gonna put our foot down with the scream. You start in a cat stance, you finish in a cat stance. You start in a cat stance, you finish in a cat stance. So, watch. Okay? Watch again, then we'll get going. Okay? Knees are bent. You hear me say that over and over again. Weight to the balls of your feet. You start in a cat stance, just watch. And you return to your cat stance. Okay? So, you ready? Let's throw, well, let's say 3 to 5 kicks with each leg, okay? Cat stance, back kick. So start in your cat stance. Knees are bent. The bully's in back of you. It's workshop 3. Okay? Guard is up. You want to aim waist level or maybe even a little bit higher. Throw your kick waist level or center mass a little bit higher. You ready? And kick. Good. 1 down. You ready? Knees bent. Lean. Looking over your shoulder. Kick. 2 down. Good. Let's do it again. You ready? Kick. 3 down. Let's do it one last time. You ready? And kick. Awesome. Good for you. Okay, shake it out a little bit. All right. So we're going to kick with the opposite leg. We're back down at the bottom of the pyramid. Before we release the kick all at once, we're going to work on proper form. Proper form is when you chamber your heel up into your bottom, your knee should not move. And that's not easy to do. You know, dance, gymnastics, martial arts, these are movement arts. And the movement arts can really help you with balance, coordination, eye-hand coordination, hand-foot coordination, okay? It takes practice. You've got to practice this stuff. And I say that because it's probably more natural to want to lift your knee. It's probably more natural to want to lift your knee. You have to have the body control, and you have to be focused and concentrating not to allow your knee to chamber, but rather chamber your heel. Okay, it takes concentration. It takes practice. And you hear your instructor say this all the time, it takes focus. Okay, you ready? So, starting your cat stance, bottom of the pyramid, we're working on form and time, or proper form, knees bent. Don't move your left knee. You're gonna chamber your left heel up into your bottom, and then put it right back down. So your guard is up, and chamber, and back down. Good. And again, you ready? Do not move your left knee. And chamber, and back down. Good. We're gonna do it one more time. You ready? And chamber, and back down. Good. I'm gonna close this door. Excuse me 1 second. The other crazy kids are going to start coming in here, and then they're going to be making a lot of noise, and we won't be able to hear each other on the camera, on the video. So here's the deal. Your knee remains stationary as you chamber your heel and put it down. Knee remains stationary as you chamber your heel and put it down. Now, we're going to go ahead and throw the kick this time. How many screams are you going to sound off with? Good. You're going to sound off with 2 screams. You're going to scream when you kick, and you're going to scream when you put your foot down. So watch. I'm in my cat stance. Okay? I'm looking over my left shoulder this time because I'm kicking with my left leg. My guard is up, medium speed, nothing real fast. 1 down. Okay? So, you ready to go ahead and start? Let's shoot for 3 to 5 kicks, left leg. Stay focused. Continue to concentrate. And remember, when you kick, you want to hit waist level, a little bit higher in the center mass, in the belly, okay? So, you're in your cat stance back kick. By the way, this is a power move, okay? Some kicks that we teach are designed to be fast. Other kicks are designed to be powerful. This is a power move. All right, you ready? Let's go for it. 3 to 5 back kicks. And 1. Good. Okay, you ready? 2. Good. Okay, you ready? 3. Let's do one more. You ready? 4. Awesome. Okay, so there you go. And by the way, you can hear your instructors call it a back kick or a rear kick. It's the exact same kick. So if you hear Sammy or Kevin or Rich say, hey, let's throw some back kicks or let's throw some rear kicks, they're the exact same kicks, okay? Now, we didn't use the bag. I wasn't kicking the bag, okay, because I wanted to show you that you can practice these moves without equipment, okay? Now, if you have a bag at home, if you have a karate bag at home, you go ahead and start kicking the bag. Okay? If you have a bag at home, kick the bag. Okay? All right? So, whether you have equipment at home or not, it'll work solo training without the equipment, or you can practice with the equipment. All right? So, check off your cat stance back kick. Now, we're going to use what we call and learn what we call a crossing back kick. When you throw a crossing back kick, technically, the bully does not start behind you. Technically, in a crossing back kick, the bully starts to the side of you. Okay? So, cat stance back kick, the bully's running after me, and I throw the kick. In a crossing back kick, you're actually going after the target. You're starting in your guard stance. You're starting in your guard stance, and this is a 3-step kick. And we're not going to go fast today. We're just kind of doing a walkthrough. This is a 3-step kick, and I just want you to watch what happens here, okay? So, my left side is my left leg is the kicking leg. The target is over here to the left of me. Whatever leg I have in front, the target's over here to the left. My left leg is the kicking leg. On the first step, out of my guard stance, I'm going to take what we call a dancer step. Okay? On my first step, I'm going to take what is called a dancer step. That means I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to cross it behind my left leg. I'm going to cross it behind my kicking leg. Okay? So just watch. My guard is up. It's a dancer step, and I'm using my right foot. And a dancer step behind my left foot. Just watch. I'm in my guard stance. Okay? The target is to the left of me. I dancer step. Now, step 2, I pivot into the cat stance. By pivoting into the cat stance, I just put the bully, who was once to the side of me, by turning and twisting and pivoting into my cat stance, technically he's no longer to the side of me. Where is he? He's in back. So it's a 3-step kick. The crossing back kick is a 3-step kick. Watch. On 1, since I'm kicking with my left leg, my right leg takes the dancer step, and this is critical. What's critical? When you dancer step behind the kicking leg. 1. On 2, you pivot into that cat stance that you were just in a few seconds ago. And then on 3, yeah, you guessed it, you throw the back kick. So crossing back kick, crossing rear kick, whatever you want to call it, is a 3-step move, okay? Since most of us are righties, let's kick with our right leg. Let's start with our right leg, a 3-step crossing back kick, okay? So put your guard up. Right leg's the kicking leg. That means your left leg dancer steps behind your right leg. 1. And notice that I didn't take a huge dancer step. I didn't go way out there. It won't work. Short. 7, 8, 9, 10 inches, 12 inches, something like that. But not 2 feet, because you won't be able to transfer your body weight. All right? So when you take a dancer step, 7, 8, 9 inches, there's no exact to this, okay? But you don't want to step 2 feet because it'll mess everything up. All right, you ready? We're using our right leg. 1, dancer step. 2, now I dancer step, you dancer step with your left foot. Now watch, pivot to your cat stance. I want you to glue your left heel into the mat and elevate your right heel. Glue your left heel into the mat and elevate your right heel. Okay? Now we're going to back kick with our right foot. 3. Good. Let's do it again. You ready? Crossing back kick. Crossing rear kick. It's a power move. The bully's not right in your face. He's a little bit farther away from you. This is an offensive strategy. You're in your guard stance. You're kicking with your right leg. So when you dancer step with your left leg goes behind your right leg. That's step 1. Step 2, pivot to your cat stance. I want you to make sure, and we're being exact about this, we're kicking with our right leg, glue your left heel in the mat. Don't lift that left heel up, glue it down, get it down there. Now lift your right heel. Okay? We're going to back kick with our right leg. You ready? Go. Ah! Ah! Let's do it again. Let's do it a couple more times. We're going to stick to the right leg crossing back kick. We're not going to shift gears today. We're not going to switch and go left. Okay? 3 steps. It's a crossing back kick. You ready? Targets to the side of you. To start, the target's to the side of you. 1, dancer step. 2, pivot to your cat stance. Glue your left heel in the mat. Get your left heel in the mat. 3, throw the back kick. Good. Let's do it again. You ready? crossing back kick. Let's do a couple more to wrap it up. So your guard is up. 1, dancer step. 2, pivot to your cat stance. 3, back kick. Good. Let's do it again. Crossing back kick. It's a power move. The bully's away from you. He's not real close to you. You dancer step to bridge the gap between you and the target, between you and the bully. So you're in your guard stance. 1, dancer step. 2, pivot to your cat stance. 3, throw the back kick. Okay? So practice that move. Practice that crossing back kick. Please understand that these back kicks, whether it's the cat stance back kick that we started with, or whether it's the crossing back kick that we finished with, these are power moves. Understand that these are power kicks. Now, out of these two moves, the cat stance back kick and the crossing back kick, which one do you think is going to get the most power? If you said the crossing back kick, you are correct. Because you're throwing all your body weight, you're lunging all your body weight at the target. So the cat stance back kick has a lot of power. But the crossing back kick, because you're lunging all your body weight at the target, has even more power than the traditional cat stance back kick. Next week, we're going to continue with those two kicks, and we'll add on to it. Let me see something here. Oh, we have a spinning back kick, which gets a lot of body rotation. It's an awesome kick. And then we have a move called passing the horizon, where the bully's in back of you and puts you in an arm lock. So we have a lot of work to cover in the next few weeks. But today, strategy 13 in your manual, we're on page 16. Strategy 13 is the cat stance back kick. Strategy 14, the more challenging of the two kicks, is the crossing back kick. We practice those two moves. Practice these strategies. And you know, that's how you get good. You have to continue to practice them over and over again to make them a habit. So you don't have to think about them. Okay? We didn't go real fast today. We weren't going